Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Brian from the Florida Rum Explorer, and I'm going to talk to you today about what I'm calling Halloween themed rums. I was looking forward to this episode all year round, or since I started this channel. I really love Halloween. Halloween is kind of my favorite holiday, and I love everything about it. You might notice I have a special guest with me. This is Rumsford. He's going to be my drinking buddy for the day. And again, like I said, we're going to look at what I'm calling Halloween themed rums. The reason why I'm saying Halloween themed rums is because when I first thought it would be a fun thing to do this episode, I thought I'd have no problem finding rums that were made and themed in the Halloween spirit. Not so much. If I were to be working on a tequila channel, there are a multitude of Dia de los Muertos rums out there in really cool bottles, skeleton bottles, skull-shaped bottles, you name it. But rum, not so much. I did find one that kind of fits the bill. This is Deadhead Rum out of Mexico. It is a blend of a molasses and pot stilled rum and a sugarcane and column stilled rum. So it sounds to me what they did with this one is blended a British style rum and a French style rum agricole. Be interesting to see what this one tastes like. Next down the line we have from St. Croix, which is a U.S. Virgin Island. This is Cruisin' Black Strap Molasses Rum. Again, not necessarily Halloween, but kind of has just that look to it. You could use it for some nice Halloween themed cocktails with the color. It is made out of black strap molasses, and if you don't know what black strap molasses is, that's molasses that has essentially been boiled 3 times to a point where it gets very thick, very viscous, very dark, and has a strong, strong burnt sugar flavor to it. So that should be an interesting one to sample. The next one right here from Florida, this is Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum. I mean, come on, with a name like Really Bad Rum, I had to try it out. Don't really know much about this one. I can't find much information on it. My guess is that it's a molasses-based rum done in a column still. But it kind of has that piratey skull on there with the intertwined snake, so Halloweenish. So let's go ahead and sample the different rums. I'm going to take my little glass here, and we're going to start off with the Doc Browns. All right, so first impressions. If you look at it, it's got a nice amber color. It's a little cloudy, which surprises me. It's not very clear. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. It's just how it's made and how it's filtered. Has a mild aroma to it. I'm definitely getting sweetness there, notes of sweet. That's surprisingly tasty. For being called Really Bad Rum, that's actually really good. You get a little bit of notes of the oak barrel in there. Definitely sweet. There's still a lot of sugar in there. Yeah, it's not a bad one. I think it would be a good sipper. I don't know if I would use it in a mix, but it's not bad. All right, so that was Doc Brown's. Again, surprisingly good based on the name. I think it would be a good sipper. I'm not sure if you would mix it in anything. I will say that if you go to these different manufacturers' websites, they all have different cocktails that they list on there. Maybe I don't know, maybe you could use that in a like a painkiller or something. Anywhere would you would use like a Pusser's rum, a Navy style rum. That might be a good place for that one. Okay, moving on to the Cruisin' Black Strap Molasses. I'm interested in how this one's going to taste because, like I said, Black Strap Molasses has a very strong burnt sugar flavor to it. Oh wow, look at that color on that. Probably can't see it yet. All right, look at the color on that. That is black as midnight. Surprisingly mellow aroma. Can't tell the clarity because it is so dark, so black. But, I mean, it looks like it's well filtered. Wow. That's a lot of flavor there, almost like coffee. I know there's no coffee in it. You can certainly taste those burnt sugars. It's not bad. You know where I think this would be good? I think this, believe it or not, would be good in a rum and coke. I think it would give a nice back flavor to that drink. Also, like I said, if you check out their website, they suggested that you use it as a float on a proper Mai Tai. Not anything made from a mix, but the proper Trader Vic's Mai Tai, which in my opinion is the greatest drink ever. So I apologize about the guys out there cutting their grass if you can hear in the background. But yeah, use this as a float on a Mai Tai. I'm going to have to try that next time. It might be pretty good. Like I said, it's got interesting back note flavor there. Like I said, almost reminds me of coffee. And with those burnt sugars in there, it's a robust rum. All right, that brings us to the Deadhead rum. Listen to that pop there. Again, reading this one, sounds like it is a mix of a British rum, R-U-M, and a French rum agricole, R-H-U-M. So a blend of molasses, pot distilled rum, and sugarcane juice and column distilled rum. And like I said, from Mexico. Surprisingly mellow. Surprisingly mellow. I expected there to be more flavor in there. I mean, it's got flavor, don't get me wrong, but compared to the Black Strap molasses one, this one is very, very mellow. I can definitely taste the agricole in there. I'm getting that grassy herbal notes in the background with a little bit of the it's a tobacco notes. That's probably from the molasses-based one. Not bad, not bad. If you go to their website and you look, there's plenty of cocktails listed on there. Dozens to be, in fact. One that I think I saw intriguing is that they've got a recipe for what they're calling a dead and stormy, which of course is their variation of a dark and stormy using their rum. They also have one in there for a rum-based old-fashioned, which I thought about making, but it calls for something called botanical rum, which is kind of like a spiced rum, but instead of spice, it's more herbal. I haven't been able to find any of it, but if you can find it, that might be a fun thing to try out, is an old-fashioned using this and the botanical rum for the back notes. So again, I think I'm definitely going to try the Mai Tai with the Cruise and Black Strap with the floater on there. That's probably going to be really nice. But anyway, so that's it. A simple rum tasting episode today. Not exactly Halloween rums. They're certainly not advertised as that, but I kind of think they fit into the theme. If you were having these sitting out on the bar in a Halloween party, I don't think anyone would find them unusual. I think they're all very good in their own right. Doc Brown, like I said, would be a good sipper. I think of all the ones here, the Doc Brown is probably the sweetest one. Probably more along the lines of like a spiced rum, but not quite. Black Strap definitely's got those coffee notes in there, really strong. And then the Deadhead, much more mild rum. You can get those grassy notes from the agricole coming through, but they're all good in their own right. So that's it. Rumsford and I are going to go out and get a couple of burgers now, and we'll be back in 2 weeks for another Halloween episode. And I'm planning on that one making a classic cocktail that's perfectly themed for the Halloween season. So until next time, take care, y'all.